Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Hansis is an actor whose career has sparked a lot of attention from soap opera fans, theater enthusiasts, and viewers who follow LGBTQ representation in entertainment. One of the most well-known aspects of his career is his connection to General Hospital, but that is only one part of a longer story that covers his early life, the unique trajectory of his acting career, and the way he has built a reputation as someone willing to take risks with his roles. When people talk about his work, 5 major facts often come up, and each one reveals something about who he is as a performer and as a person. The first major fact centers on the path he took to become an actor in the first place. Hansis did not just stumble into acting. He was raised in a way that gave him room to experiment with creative expression. Born in North Adams, Massachusetts, and growing up in Connecticut, he was the kind of kid who gravitated toward the stage early. He developed an interest in performance that carried through his high school years and into his decision to study drama at a serious level. He went on to attend Carnegie Mellon University, which is known for producing a long list of highly skilled performers. Training at Carnegie Mellon meant Hansis had to commit to years of rigorous practice, learning not only stage presence but also movement, voice control, and the craft of inhabiting a character completely. This foundation explains why his later performances, even in the soap opera world where scripts are delivered quickly and actors have to adapt on the spot, always carried an extra sense of polish. The discipline of that training gave him a strong base to rely on as his career advanced. While many actors working in daytime dramas are talented, the theater school background is what set him apart and made him stand out when audiences first saw him. The second fact that defines Hansis is his role as Luke Snyder on the long-running soap opera As the World Turns. While fans of General Hospital know him for his later work, it was this earlier role that launched him into the spotlight. Luke Snyder became one of the most groundbreaking characters in soap opera history, because through Luke, Hansis helped bring one of the first openly gay storylines into mainstream daytime television. When Hansis took over the role in 2005, Luke was coming to terms with his sexuality. The way Hansis approached the character, bringing both sensitivity and strength, turned Luke into a figure that mattered far beyond the typical soap opera fanbase. At a time when representation of LGBTQ people was still limited and often stereotyped, Hansis made Luke feel real and relatable. Millions of viewers connected with his portrayal, and it gave young people in particular a character they could look to as someone living their truth on screen. The storyline reached a cultural milestone in 2007 when Luke and his love interest, Noah Mayer, shared a kiss on daytime television. That moment was one of the first of its kind on American soaps, and it immediately became news. Critics, fan groups, and media outlets wrote about it as a breakthrough, and Hansis found himself in the middle of a historic conversation about representation. It's not just the fact that the kiss happened, it's how Hansis handled the entire arc of the character. He balanced Luke's vulnerability, his family dynamics, and his determination to live authentically. That mix of qualities gave the storyline weight, and it's one of the reasons Hansis received 3 consecutive Daytime Emmy Award nominations for Outstanding Younger Actor in a Drama Series in 2007, 2008, and 2009. Those nominations placed him in a rare group of soap actors recognized for not just popularity but true performance skill. This part of his career is still remembered as one of the most influential representations in soap history, and it is one of the key reasons Hansis remains such a recognizable name even years after the show ended. The third fast fact about Hansis is that he has a wide-ranging career that extends beyond soaps, including work on stage, in independent film, and in digital projects that have given him creative freedom. After As the World Turns concluded in 2010, Hansis made it clear that he did not want to be confined to just one type of acting. He returned to his theater roots by performing in off-Broadway productions, showing that his training and his love for live performance were still important parts of his identity as an actor. Theater work is demanding in a different way from television, and Hansis thrived in that environment because it gave him more control over pace, rehearsal, and direct connection with audiences. At the same time, Hansis began exploring independent film. He appeared in projects that often dealt with complex themes and unconventional narratives, the kinds of films where actors get to push themselves and take on roles that mainstream Hollywood might not offer. One of the standout examples of this side of his career is his performance in the web series Eastsiders, a dark comedy drama about a gay couple navigating love, mistakes, and survival in modern Los Angeles. In Eastsiders, Hansis played Tom, a writer caught in complicated relationships and emotional struggles. The show, created by Kit Williamson, became a hit within the LGBTQ community and was praised for its authenticity and its willingness to explore the messiness of life rather than presenting a polished version of romance. For Hansis, the role was a chance to deepen his reputation as an actor who doesn't shy away from layered, imperfect characters. The series ran for multiple seasons, streamed on platforms like Netflix, and earned several Daytime Emmy nominations itself. The shift into digital series and independent projects proved that Hansis was ahead of the curve. Long before streaming became the dominant way to consume entertainment, he was already part of a series that used the internet as its main platform. This made him one of the actors associated with the early days of digital television, giving him a unique position in entertainment history as someone who transitions smoothly from daytime TV to online storytelling. About Hansis is his connection to General Hospital. Although he is best known for As the World Turns, fans of General Hospital remember his guest appearances and storylines that gave him new opportunities to show his range. General Hospital is one of the longest-running soap operas in the world, with decades of storylines and an intensely loyal fan base. Any actor who joins that world has to fit into a complicated web of characters and histories. Van Hansis managed to do that with ease, bringing the same intensity and believability that made him stand out in his earlier soap work. While his time on General Hospital was not as long as his run on As the World Turns, it introduced him to a new segment of soap fans who might not have followed his previous work. The crossover appeal helped solidify his status as a recognizable figure across multiple soap audiences. Being part of both As the World Turns and General Hospital also placed Hansis in a rare category of actors who have contributed to more than one iconic soap. In the world of daytime television, that matters. Viewers form strong attachments to actors, and when someone like Hansis moves between shows, it creates continuity for fans while also expanding the actor's creative possibilities. His presence in General Hospital proved that he could adapt to new environments and still deliver performances that audiences connected with immediately. The fifth and final fact about Van Hansis is the way he has become a figure of visibility and representation outside of his acting roles. Because of his portrayal of Luke Snyder and later characters, Hansis has been embraced by LGBTQ audiences as someone who helped shift television toward greater inclusivity. Over the years, he has spoken about how meaningful it was to receive messages from viewers who felt seen for the first time because of his performances. For an actor, that is a powerful kind of feedback, knowing that a role did not just entertain but actually impacted people's sense of self. Hansis has consistently handled that responsibility with humility, acknowledging that while he was playing a character, the ripple effects of that character went far beyond his own career. This visibility has carried into the way he chooses projects. Hansis seems drawn to stories that push boundaries, whether it is through digital series, independent films, or theater productions. His willingness to participate in projects like Eastsiders shows that he understands the importance of representation and complexity in modern storytelling. He doesn't simply play safe roles, he gravitates toward ones that challenge him and speak to underrepresented experiences. For audiences, this makes his career fascinating to follow, because it suggests he will continue seeking out opportunities that go beyond standard formulas. In addition to his work on screen and stage, Hansis has developed a reputation for being approachable and engaged with his fan base. In the era of social media, fans often get glimpses of their favorite actors' personalities beyond their roles. Hansis has shared parts of his life and thoughts with followers in a way that feels genuine, and this has only strengthened the bond between him and the people who have supported his career. It's not just the roles he plays, but the person he presents himself to be that makes people admire him. When you look at these 5 facts together, the foundation of strong theatrical training, the groundbreaking role of Luke Snyder, the expansion into theater and digital storytelling, the involvement with General Hospital, and the legacy of representation, you see a portrait of an actor who has managed to make a lasting mark on multiple levels. Each fact connects to the others, forming a story of someone who started with a love of acting, turned it into a career that broke boundaries, and continued to evolve in ways that kept him relevant and respected. Van Hansis may not be a household name in the same way as some film stars, but within the worlds of soap opera history, LGBTQ representation, and independent storytelling, he occupies an important space. His career demonstrates how television can influence culture, how an actor's choices can resonate far beyond ratings, and how dedication to craft can keep someone adaptable in a rapidly changing entertainment industry. For fans who followed him from As the World Turns to General Hospital and beyond, these 5 facts are more than trivia. They are the key pieces of understanding why Hansis matters and why his work continues to be remembered. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.